everybody, so I am here with a Sweatproof summer makeup routine. This is going to be a little bit fuller coverage, not full coverage, but a little bit more makeup than I normally wear on a day-to-day basis. This is when I usually go to work or I'm out and doing an event or something like that. I usually put on obviously a lot more makeup, and this is what I've been wearing lately, and it's hot out. Chicago finally got summer, finally. It's been like 80s and up and very humid, so that means melting makeup for me. So I have kind of switched up my routine, went a little bit more pro long wear makeup. I need something that lasts a bit longer because of the heat and the humidity outside. So this is kind of what I do to make sure that my makeup is kind of sweat proof and summer proof and make sure it stays all day long. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face. Now I usually kind of switch between these two lately. I've been switching between the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, which I absolutely love, and it really does a great job of prolonging your makeup, but I've also been using this. This is the Maybelline Master Prime, and it's a blur and illuminating primer. I've really been liking this because I'm using more of a matte foundation, which I will show you next. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over my face. This is really good. I'm going to kind of concentrate it on the inner portion too. It's really nice because it has sunscreen. How much? It has SPF 30, so really nice that it has SPF, especially for the summertime. Okay, for foundation, I'm gonna go on kind of a rant here. I'm using a combination of things. I'm using the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Flawless Fluid Foundation. I do like this. It's very matte, and honestly, I did a good review on this, but now that I'm using it more, it's not easy to blend. And it's very matte and a little bit chalky looking on me. I prefer something like Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation that's a little bit more, not like dewy, but just natural looking and blends easily. Like this blends so easily, like I barely blend it and it's like melted into my skin. This I have to like work at it, but I love the longevity of it. It has great staying power, and it like does not move. So I love the longevity and kind of the matteness, a little bit of matteness, that this gives, and I love this foundation. So I kind of do a little bit of this, a little bit of my Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation, and then I go in with a little bit of just a luminosity because this is pretty matte, and my face is not used to that. I have dry skin, and even in the summertime I just feel like I need a little bit of luminosity on my face. So I'm gonna go in just with a tiny bit of the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. So I kind of make a big concoction of these and apply it to my face. This nice concoction on my face, I'm just going to dot it all over my face, and then for blending it out, I'm actually not going to use a brush. I'm going to use my handy dandy beauty blender, and it's dampened, so it's going to blend the foundation really nicely. Bit more coverage, so I'm going to go in with just a little bit more of everything. After we have applied that, I'm going to go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is a Pro Longwear. It's long wearing concealer, so I always go for this whenever I want a long wearing sweat proof type of concealer. And whenever I do this, it always pumps out way too much, so I just kind of dab a little bit under my eyes to give that brightening effect. And then I actually take the leftovers and I'm going to use that as my eyeshadow base. Instead of using, I usually use MAC's Painterly Paint Pot, but this is supposed to be creaseless and prolong wear, so we're just going to use it as my base. I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender to blend it out. To set things, if you have really oily skin, I would go in with something a little bit heavier like a MSF. This isn't very heavy. If you're like really oily, you probably need a better powder than this even. But because I'm not so oily, I'm going to go in with my Hourglass Dim Light. And I'm just going to go ahead and set my under eyes and just kind of lightly tap this all over my face just to kind of set everything. Brows to stay in place, I always use an eyeshadow when I really want them to last, and that's most of the time because my brows tend to, like, I don't know, I have pretty good brows. The shape isn't that great and the shape is not very good right now, but they're pretty thick, so I don't need like too much product, but I do like to go in with an eyeshadow and just a little, it's actually a liner brush and I really like using it. And just kind of fill in sparse parts very lightly, and we are going to set this so it will stay. Set my brows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This stuff is amazing. It's the only brow gel that I can use. It's just so good. And I'm just going to kind of brush this through my brows to make sure they stay all day. Okay, and for eyeshadow, I've been keeping it really simple. I've been using just a really pretty bronze shade all over my lid and just kind of blending that into my crease. And I'm actually taking the Lorac Unzipped palette and I'm going to use this color Uncensored right here. It's a really pretty bronze shade. I've been really into bronzy, shimmery lids for the summertime. It's just an easy look. Now you can do any kind of eyeshadow because you have that base there. It should stay all day. Now if you have extremely oily lids, which I do not, you might want to use a primer as well as like a base like this. So try that. If it doesn't work, you just got some oily lids. I'm just kidding. But I don't have really oily lids, so I don't really know how to solve that problem. I just know that I know primers work for a lot of people that have oily lids. So try a primer. I heard the NARS one is really, really good. So yeah. And I'm just gonna kind of fluff that up. Take a little bit extra. I'm also gonna drag that under the lash line. With just a quick brow bone highlight in the color Undercover right here. It's just a matte kind of cream shade. Now for eyeliner, a gel or a really kind of liquidy eyeliner is probably going to melt or just kind of wear throughout the day, especially if you have really oily eyelids. So I kind of suggest finding a good pencil liner that is meant for prolonged wear. The Bobbi Brown long wear eye pencil is great, as well as Sephora has a waterproof one, which I absolutely love. And the key to this, if you have extremely oily eyelids, the key to this is applying it and then kind of smudging it out with an eyeshadow. I don't have super oily eyelids, so this will stay for me all day. I'm just gonna kind of smudge it on my lash line. I'm not gonna do anything like super precise. I'm just smudging it because we're just gonna smudge it out anyways. Smudge brush, and I'm just gonna kind of smudge. Now for me, this will not wear or budge all day, especially in the sun. It will not budge. Like I said before, if you have really oily eyelids, I suggest kind of smudging, adding to your smudge brush, adding like a black eyeshadow or something and just kind of smudging it on top, and it will really just set the eyeliner in place all day. For lashes, if you are a person that needs waterproof, definitely use waterproof. I am not a person that needs waterproof, but I always suggest using a lash primer first. I'm using the Tarte Multiply Lash Primer. And then for me, I have no problems with any transferring or smudging. So I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. This is the best mascara. It honestly does not transfer, it doesn't smudge, it stays all day on my lashes, it doesn't even wear. If I wear it a really long time, I do see a little bit of wear, but honestly not enough to really be like, oh my god, that's just awful, you know what I mean? You look in the mirror and you're like, oh, it's gone. It does stay all day, especially with the combination of the lash primer. For bronzer and blush, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. It's a wonderful bronzer. It stays literally all day. I have like different palettes with it in it, and I'm obviously trying to use this one up. I love the bronzer. It's a beautiful matte bronzer. I always pull it out in the summertime, one, because it lasts really, really long, and two, because it's a bit darker, and in this winter time I need just a bit of a fair bronzer. So I really like this, and I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just kind of buffing it into my skin where I would normally bronze. Blushes are really long wearing as well, so I'm just going to take the same brush and go in with this really pretty peach color right here. I'm not sure the name, but any of the Tarte blushes are just really, really good. They last all day. I really suggest them if you want a long wearing blush in the summertime. If you want to just forego blush, just add a little bit of bronzer on, and it will last all day. Okay, now for a highlight, honestly, I don't know if there's a highlight out there that's supposed to be pro long wearing, but I'm going to use the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. I find that it lasts a really long time. Honestly, a lot of my highlighters last all day long. I still look at the mirror at the end of the day and I still got that little bit of highlight. So I am going to use this today. I really love this highlighter. It's gorgeous, and a really nice one for the summertime. So I'm just going to put that on the tops of my cheekbones. Isn't it pretty? It's really pretty. And a little bit down my nose, and up my forehead right here, a bit on my chin, and right here. For lips, I have two suggestions for you. Definitely look into some liquid lipsticks. It will last a really, really long time, kind of give your lips a stain. And they do have a matte finish, so it is going to be a long wear kind of lip product. The ColourPop ones are really awesome. I love them. This one's in Midi. It's like one of my favorite, and it just lasts a really long time on your lips. Now for me, I like something a little bit lighter weight for my everyday, and I have been using the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 3C, and this is just a perfect lip liner. It honestly stains my lips, and even if I have like a little gloss on top and it wears off, this is still there and it lasts all day long. I didn't fill them in all the way. I just kind of a little bit filled it in. But then I'm just going to go on top with one of my NYX Butter Glosses. I like something really lightweight on my lips. It's honestly just a preference for you. This is not going to last long either, but I can always reapply this during the day, and I always have a little bit of that stain on my lips from the lip liner. So that's why I like kind of pairing a lip liner with something that's not gonna maybe last as long, but I like the feeling and the lightweightness on my lips. Last and probably one of the most important steps to make your makeup last all day long is to use a setting spray, and I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter. Do not judge me. do not judge me. This is a very, very old bottle, but I bought it on clearance for like really cheap, and it has lasted me so long. It's an extra large, obviously it says extra large. It has lasted me so long, so I only have like a little bit left. But I love this. The all-nighter spray is my favorite. I used it on my wedding day, and honestly my makeup did not budge anywhere, so I just spritz this all over my face, and that's as easy as that, and my makeup will just kind of lock into place and stay all day long. Okay, so that's kind of my Sweatproof summer makeup routine. It's a little bit more fuller coverage, a little bit more products on my face, but when I really want to have that full face of makeup and be out in the heat like this, and I want it to last long, I usually wear this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.